It feels so weird to be filming again because I feel like I haven't filmed in like 10 years. I probably haven't. I know the uploads have been lacking lately, and I do apologize. My life is very hectic. I have 4 kids, and this year, 3 of them are in school. My 14-year-old's in high school, my 3-year-old started preschool, and my 5-year-old is in kindergarten. So, and I have a 2-year-old. So, my life is very busy, and unfortunately, this channel is just a hobby, and it gets pushed to the wayside a lot. But I really want to be able to focus on my channel this year and get more content up. There's a lot that's been happening online. I'm trying to move past it all. It's very hard. It's very hard to watch people, be hurt and attacked. And, anyway, today we are doing a video on a completely different topic. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do just one topic, but I rarely get to film, and there's so many things I want to talk about. So I will put chapters and timestamps because I want to talk about the Jessica Kent drama, tea, gossip, if you will. And I want to talk about some of the stuff going on with Gypsy Rose and Katie Joy, because that is some juicy drama. I also kind of want to touch on a little bit the Lauren, the TikTok mortician, and Jeanette Braun, her crazy lawyer, and like her whole thing that's going on with CC Suarez, and then Bunniexo got involved. I mean, there is so much going on the internet right now, and I'm like sitting here like, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that, and I can never get a video filmed. So the rare occurrence that I am ready to film, and my 2-year-old is napping, and yeah, so we're gonna try to get this video done. We'll see how far we get. We'll see what happens. But I am going to try to get this video done. Okay, so where should we start? I mean, where to start? There's so much going on. Like I said, I will put like timestamps or do chapters if I can. So if there's like one thing you guys want to hear about, you can skip around. I also do have a video. I know everybody's waiting for my DCP video. It is coming. I promise. I plan on talking about so much stuff when it comes to DCP, like everything that's happened to me in the last 2 years since I started covering him, which is a lot. And then all the stuff that's going on with him now, him being involved with Honora, and, that whole thing, like that is coming. I promise. I'm working on it, but it's going to take me some time. So I'm going to try to upload some videos in the meantime while I am working on that. But I do want to get that video done because I know you guys are waiting for it, and it will come. I hope everybody had a happy new year, a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever it is you celebrate. We just got snow like a day ago, and I'm so excited because I'm finally back up north for winter time. This is my first snow in years because I'm from here, but I moved down south with my family and we lived there for quite a while. But now we're back up north and I'm so happy about it. Okay, let's start with the Gypsy Rose thing, because the Gypsy Rose situation is so strange. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have been following it, but I'll give you like a mini rundown. So Gypsy Rose Blanchard is the girl who had her boyfriend, Kay, her mom. Her mom apparently had Munchausen's by proxy and put her through all of this crazy stuff her entire life, made people think that she was sick and she couldn't walk and she couldn't talk and she had all these problems and had surgeries, and like I was hearing that body parts were removed, like organs and stuff. I'm like, what in the heck? And it turned out the mom had Munchausen's by proxy, and somehow she was convincing doctors to give all these treatments and stuff to her daughter, which makes no sense to me, because wouldn't the doctors know that she is not sick? Why would a doctor agree to do a surgery on a kid who isn't sick? Like, that never made sense to me. Like, so weird. The whole situation is so weird. Anyway, Gypsy ended up getting with this guy, and they started having like some hot and heavy, like virtual, like naughty time, okay? She was like putting on wigs, and they were like doing the nasty, the thing, like, and she asked him to K her mother. And he did it, and it was a whole thing. It was this whole big story. There's a series on Hulu, and they both ended up going to prison. And she was there for 7 years. He's there for life, and she recently got out. And this is where things get a little interesting, and there's some drama happening. Now, when I heard that she was getting out, I thought it was interesting. I'm like, oh wow, she's already out. It seems like she just went in. I mean, I guess she was in there for 7 years. Is 7 years long enough though? Is 7 years long enough though when you had your boyfriend, who I believe was on the spectrum, take your mom out pretty much? Like, is 7 years long enough? Did she learn her lesson? Like, what is Gypsy planning on doing with her newfound freedom, right? I mean, is she going to start an organization to help other kids who had moms that had Munchausen's by proxy? Is she going to do charity work? Is she going to bring awareness? Oh no, that doesn't seem like what she's doing. She went right to TikTok to make videos. Everybody's like, slay Gypsy, go girl. Like, I'm like, this girl literally had somebody take her mom out. Her mom is no longer on this earth. And people are like cheering her on. It was a very like bizarre thing that was happening on the internet, okay? Now, this might be an unpopular opinion because a lot of people are rooting for this Gypsy chick because she went through a lot. But a lot of us went through a lot, okay? There are a lot of people who had trauma as kids and went through all this stuff, and they didn't have somebody K their mom, you know? Like, while I feel bad for the life that she lived and do think that she went through a lot, I do think she is manipulative. I do think she is a bad person. And I do think that people should be, I don't think people should be, like, rooting her on, slay, like, live your best life, like, it's very weird. It's a very weird thing that happens on social media sometimes. Anyways, so during this situation that's going on right now, some drama has popped off with Katie Joy. What's new? Katie Joy is involved in a big major story. Isn't she always? Okay, when I saw that Katie Joy was involved and drama was happening, I was not surprised at all. I was like, this reminds me of the Dre McCray stuff. She does this with every major story, okay? So, Katie Joy got involved with Gypsy's family, and that's the weird thing about some of these, you know, so-called reporters on YouTube who like to cover true crime and it's serious situations. Like, Dre McCray wasn't really true crime, but it was a serious real-life situation, and it was a big story that blew up on social media. So, people like Katie Joy, it's not good enough for them to just cover the story like a normal person, you know. Katie Joy has to be all up in it. She has to be personally involved with the family. And there was another chick named Fancy who also got personally involved with the family. And now it's become a drama. This Fancy chick, okay, is coming out and exposing Gypsy and her stepmother, I believe, and saying she has all the secrets. She can do this huge expose. It's like, girl, if you got the receipts, if you got the secrets, expose it. Don't be a tease. Don't be a tease. Expose it. If you have something that you can expose Gypsy and her family with, I think the public should know about it because a lot of people are rooting for Gypsy. So if she's doing some shady, shisty, like behind the scenes, you know, funny business, expose it. Don't just say that you're going to expose it, okay? So they're fighting with Gypsy and Katie Joy. Katie Joy is all involved with Gypsy. She's on her side. She's rooting for her, sticking up for her. She's like, was obsessed with this case, apparently. What? Really quick, while I'm editing this video, I realized that I forgot to say that, of course, Katie Joy is doxing and attacking this fancy woman, showing her criminal record, saying she's this horrible person, like Katie Joy loves to do. Now, listen, I don't understand what any of that has to do with Gypsy. If she has dirt on Gypsy, does it really matter what her criminal record is? Katie Joy always does this when she comes after somebody. Her first go-to is to show mugshots and dox them and expose them to try to discredit their story. Classic Katie Joy move. Classic. What's new? But when I saw all of this happen, my first thought was, when is Katie Joy going to turn on Gypsy? Because my little prediction is things are kind of going to go south for Gypsy. I feel like she is not what she appears to be. I feel like she's very manipulative. I feel like she's very conniving and calculated, and she likes to pretend that she's still a little girl. I don't think her voice is really like that. I think she's pretending. I think she's trying to put on this persona of this innocent, traumatized child, okay? No. She took her mother out. She knows what she did. And now I feel like she's using Katie Joy, which is very weird. Like, again, like I said, you would think that she would be out here bringing awareness and trying to do good, to make up for what happened and help other people. Instead, she's trying to be an influencer. She's trying to be famous. Now she's getting into drama. Like, I just don't see things ending very well for Gypsy. I feel like she will very soon be canceled and the internet will turn on her. I just see that happening, and we'll see if I'm right. If that does happen, I will come back and talk about it. Now, don't come for me in the comments. Well, if you want to, you can. But I just don't see what others are seeing about Gypsy. And I know there are some people, because Abby was live talking about it, Abbott, and there were people, I'll link her channel below. There were people in the chat, like, along with me, who were like, yeah, something's not right here. Like, it's not, a lot of people also think that the boyfriend shouldn't have got life, and Gypsy got off, like, so much less time than he did, and I agree with that as well. Now, I know the boyfriend said weird things, like he wanted to R the body, and he's got his own set of issues, but I feel like people are failing to see that Gypsy, okay, used a autistic person to K her mentally ill mother. Let's be real here. Her mother was mentally ill. Not saying what she did was okay. Not saying that it was wrong. It wasn't wrong. It was 100% wrong. But she had a mental illness. She had a mental illness, and clearly she was not getting the proper treatment for it. And she lost her life because of it. If somebody loses their life from any other mental illness, even if they were like, you know, maybe doing things that were bad and not okay, you know, people would still want them to get treatment. I don't think she deserved to lose her life. I think she needed help. And in my opinion, Gypsy and her boyfriend should have just left. They didn't need to end her life. They didn't. It was not necessary. They could have just left. They could have just moved and lived her life, because she was 19. She was an adult. She could have took off with her boyfriend and never looked back. But she made a conscious decision to take her mother out, who was mentally ill, and she used an autistic person to do it. That's disgusting. It's bad enough to take someone out, but to use an autistic person, manipulate an autistic person who clearly already has their own issues and mental health things. If you're saying you want to R a dead body, like, clearly there's something not right there. And Gypsy used that to her advantage. And I just think that people need to watch out for her. They do. I feel like more stuff's going to come out. More is going to happen. She's going to get exposed. And I feel like the internet will eventually turn on her. And this will be the end for her. I don't think fame and fortune and being an influencer is what's best for Gypsy whatsoever. I feel like that will be her demise. And she likes all this attention and this fame and this money. I mean, she's being offered brand deals. She's being offered jobs like at strip clubs. She's being offered club appearances. And like one of the things was captioned, like a little advertisement was like, tipsy with Gypsy. And then it like shows her with like a wig on. It's very bizarre. it's kind of creepy, honestly. It's really weird. The whole situation is very weird. We'll see what happens with Katie Joy. I feel like Katie Joy, as soon as she doesn't get her way, as soon as she thinks that she's not getting what she wants and what she needs, she will turn on Gypsy and her family, and then she will be coming for them hard, and she will expose every single thing she can find about Gypsy. You watch. That's my prediction. You watch. Okay. We're going to move on from that, and we're going to talk about, let's see, what are we going to do next? Let's talk about Lauren, the TikTok mortician, Jeanette Braun, Paige Christie was involved because Jeanette Braun, people are calling her like Janet, and I think it's so funny because people get so upset. I mean, people, clearly I can't talk today. Jeanette gets really triggered when people call her Janet. I feel like Janet's like the new Karen. It's like, okay, sure, Janet. Sure, Jan. Okay, so let me give a small recap. If you don't know who Lauren the TikTok mortician is, you gotta look up videos because I don't have time to do like a whole in-depth research-based video. This is just a gossip session so I can get some content out for you guys. We can talk, I can give my opinions. So if you want like a full breakdown and clips and all this stuff, I will put in some stuff if I can. I'm not making any promises. If I have the time, I will put in some clips. Lauren is a TikToker that blew up, okay? She blew up. Lauren the TikTok mortician. She is a mortician and a mom. She blew up by making these videos where she was kind of showing parents that they're being unsafe. She was like Miss Safety Patrol of TikTok, okay? And it's funny because the anti-mommy vloggers actually started coming for her too because a mommy vlogger named This Mad Mama is a mod for Lauren. And the anti-mommy vloggers didn't like that Lauren is up here talking about child safety and being safe, and she has This Mad Mama who people don't like. I don't have a problem with her. Do I agree with everything she does? No. But you guys know how I feel about the mommy vloggers. I don't feel it's necessary to come for them all the time, but that's just me. I respect people's opinions on that as long as you're not being nasty. You know what I mean? Like, I watch anti-mommy vloggers like Kirsty and Shelly Abbott. I watch Amy Robinson. I like to watch their perspectives and see what they have to say about the mommy vloggers because I like to get all sides, you know? So I think they're really good influences on the anti-mommy vlogger community. Anyway, we'll get into that for a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself, okay? I'm all over the place. I don't script. This is off the cuff. I literally just say shit. I'm trying not to swear, okay? It just came out. I literally just say like what's in my head, and sometimes I'm not that organized, but I'm trying. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to get used to filming again, so bear with me, okay? Okay. Lauren, Miss TikTok mortician, okay? One of the videos that she did that I heard a ton about is when she like tried to show that parents were being unsafe by having their babies strapped in a car seat while they were on a boat, okay? And she was saying like, you're not safe because if the boat sinks or the car seat somehow flies off, I mean, the car seat was like in the middle of the boat, and she's saying somehow if the car seat goes overboard and your baby is strapped in, okay, the baby's gonna sink. It's like, well, if the car seat's going overboard, like is everyone going overboard? I mean, how is a car seat just gonna fly off the fucking boat with a baby in it? Anyway, so she was doing weird videos like that, okay, and she wanted to prove that this car seat was gonna sink, okay, so she threw it in her pool. She does like this outrageous stuff. If you guys are familiar with TikTok, that's how so many people go viral. They do this like outrageous content and something like just out of the ordinary, kind of like in the beauty community, it was like Meredith Duxbury, where she literally just put an entire bottle of foundation on her face. She literally was like pumping it out and putting it all over her face. And that's how she got famous. So a lot of people get famous on TikTok, which I've noticed is a lot easier to get famous on TikTok than it is on YouTube. But anyway, I digress. So she threw this car seat in and it wasn't sinking. So then she like put something in the car seat that would like weigh the amount of a baby. so it would sink, okay? So then this whole car seat debacle like sparked this big debate. And then this guy comes in, I believe his name is Jamie, okay? This guy comes in who does car seat safety testing or something like that for a living, okay? And he came and he gave his like professional expert opinion on this whole car seat situation, okay? Well, Lauren did not like that. People found out very quickly that you cannot criticize Lauren. You can't say anything about her. She will strike you. She will drag you. She will call in a welfare check on you, which she did to another creator named Kitty, who exposed Lauren for like liking anti-trans stuff on Instagram. So she got exposed for that. And instead of like fully addressing it and taking accountability and owning her shit, she called in a welfare check on Kitty. Her and Jeanette, here comes Jeanette, the wonderful lawyer that seems to want to represent YouTubers. She's like the YouTube fix-it lawyer. That's what it seems like. So far, the people that I know she represents that I found out is Jen Gerard. That's a whole thing. And she also represents Bunniexo, who, if you guys don't know, is Jelly Roll's wife. And she has a podcast, which I actually liked kind of at first, but now I'm not really the biggest fan of Bunny after what happened with CC Suarez. But again, we're going to get into that. This video might be long, okay? I'm going to try not to make it too long, but I also want to give you guys a good length of video. Anyway, so that's how Lauren got into drama. She started coming for this Jamie guy, then Kitty, and she blew up on TikTok, and then commentary channels started calling her out. I forgot to add something about this Jamie guy. That's my chaotic brain for you. When Lauren started coming for him, why people got upset was because she was calling him a creepy weirdo because he doesn't have kids. She's like, why is a guy who doesn't have any kids talking about car seats? You're a weirdo. Even though that's his profession. It was very weird and inappropriate for what she was doing to people, for how she was responding to criticism. She was copyright striking channels left and right. And she was coming after commentary channels now on YouTube who were calling her out. And she used this crazy, deranged, unhinged lawyer, Jeanette, to do it. Okay? Now, Jeanette is representing these YouTubers and she's wilding out, okay? I have never seen a lawyer behave in this manner. She is unprofessional. She is using her powers of being an attorney, like, for bad. For bad. She's using it for bad. She helped call in a welfare check on another creator and used the fact that she's a lawyer to get more credibility when making the call. That's disgusting. I hope that she was reported for that by Kitty. You know, I don't think she should be allowed to work as a lawyer anymore with how she's been behaving on YouTube, okay? Now, Jeanette is doing everything she can to take down any YouTuber who calls her out and talks about her. She started with the Do We Know Them podcast, okay? Jesse and Lily, they did a podcast. They've been very close covering the TikTok mortician and the lawyer situation. So they've been doing a ton of podcasts on it. I actually have been enjoying their podcast and like following the story on their channel. So it started with the Do We Know Them podcast. Jeanette was copyright striking them left and right for Lauren, okay? Threatening to sue their videos, and YouTube is actually siding with the creators in this situation, which I was shocked. I think YouTube changed their copyright system from how it used to be, because it used to be where your video got taken down no matter what, if a copyright strike was issued, and then the person had 10 days to take legal action and show documentation that they're taking legal action, or your video goes back up. Now, YouTube seems to have changed it where they analyze the video first and see if it's even worth taking down. And YouTube has been siding with creators, okay? And here's where CC Suarez comes in. She did her own deep dive and gave her opinions and perspectives on Lauren and Jeanette Braun, this unhinged psychotic lawyer. And Jeanette is now coming for CC Suarez, trying to get her videos taken down. threatening to sue her, saying she doesn't even want, like, pretty much saying she doesn't want CC Suarez to have her channel or even be able to make videos. It's crazy. Like, what happened to the unspoken rule that creators don't strike each other? You're not supposed to do that, okay? And how Bunniexo comes in is Lauren, the TikTok mortician, and Bunny are friends. They're actually friends. They've been seen together in videos being very petty and catty, mean girl vibe behavior to Jamie, the one I just talked about, who is giving his expert opinion on the car seat, okay? And then Jeanette is both of their lawyers. So this is like Mean Girl Club on steroids, you guys. Like, the stuff that they're pulling is ridiculous. And Jeanette is copyright striking channels on behalf of the creator. Like, she tried to strike CC Suarez with things in there from Bunny. Like, she was saying that she's doing this on the behalf of Bunniexo. I'll leave the video CC Suarez did down below. And CC Suarez, of course, addresses it and like, Bunny, what are you doing? You're supposed to be about empowering women, women supporting women, girl boss, like, I got my business, blah, blah, blah. You're Jelly Roll's wife. People love her and because they love Jelly Roll. You know what I'm saying? And people like love Jelly Roll's music so much. I like his music. My husband likes his music. So many people like his music. And Bunny's just like out here wilding out, letting her unhinged lawyer copyright strike CC Suarez when it was 100% fair use. That is some grimy shit. That's grimy, dirty, shady. No, girl. That's a big no. So CC Suarez addressed it, and Bunny actually went in her comments and was like, I have no idea what's going on. No idea. What are you talking about? It's like, so either you're lying or you have no idea that your crazy lawyer is doing this for you. But another weird thing is that Bunny tried to reach out to CC on TikTok, right? And said, no, on Instagram. And it goes in the request folder. So sometimes bigger creators don't get their message requests because they probably get a lot and it gets lost in the pile. You know what I mean? Anyways, so she reaches out to CC Suarez on Instagram and then messages her on TikTok and was like, hey, I messaged you on Instagram. Well, CC Suarez finally found the message on TikTok, goes to click her profile, and what do you know? Bunny blocked her. Like, this is just so weird. The behavior of these women, it's like, are we in high school? It's like, we have a bunch of high school girls and one of them has a law license and she's using it for evil. Not good. And we have like these petty, mean girls who are nasty and trying to take other creators down. Like, what is happening here? Okay. Anyways, Cece's calling her out and Bunny is now in the comments acting like she has no idea what's going on. No idea whatsoever. I don't know. I'm not trying to remove anybody, even though CC Suarez found a clip of Bunny saying if she doesn't like what you're saying, she will remove your video and get it taken down. That's just gross. It's just gross. These women need to grow the fuck up. Grow up. People are allowed to have an opinion about you. Jeanette is arguing now with YouTube about CC Suarez's video and telling YouTube they don't have the authority. Whose credential? I was literally laughing when CC was reading the back and forth conversation between Jeanette and YouTube, and Jeanette was not happy, okay? Miss Karen Janet was not happy that YouTube is siding with her. So she's like messaging them, she's like, oh, you don't have the power to determine what fair use is. What qualifies as fair use? The person who analyzed this, what are their credentials? You don't have the power to make law decisions and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. It's like, girl, calm down. She literally makes it her life's mission to destroy anyone who talks about her or any of her clients. Like, this is not how you behave. This is not how you behave, girl. It's unhinged. It's weird, and you look crazy. You look crazy. Nobody is going to take you seriously ever again, Jeanette, and I would be very surprised if any YouTuber ever hires you again. You might have Bunny, you might have, which it looks like Bunny is throwing her lawyer under the bus, by the way. She's like completely distancing from this whole thing. She doesn't want to be blamed for it, so Miss Jeanette is out here riding for her client Bunny, okay? Taking down videos, white knighting. She's got her sword out. She's like, I'm going to fight for my client. And then here comes Bunny like, I don't know her. I don't know her. I didn't have nothing to do with it. It kind of seems like she's throwing her lawyer under the bus. I wonder how Jeanette feels about that. Maybe there's some tension. We'll have to see. We will have to see what happens between Lauren, you know, her friend Bunny, and the crazy lawyer. I will be following it, and if anything else comes out, I will be doing an update video because I find it all very juicy and interesting, and I love to gossip about this stuff. I do feel bad for the creators that are being attacked by these people because it is not fun. If you get like enough strikes on your channel, you could lose your channel. It's not right to do. It's absolutely wrong. And people work too hard on YouTube for their channel to have it taken away because they're doing fair use, sharing opinions, and showing clips and stuff. That's allowed, okay? And as long as you're not lying and making things up, that's not defamation. It's not slander. You don't have a case, okay? There's a difference between giving an opinion about facts that are out there in the world and giving your opinion and perspective on it, and then lying about somebody and making things up. An opinion is not a lie if the opinion is based on facts that are out in the internet universe that you are basing your opinion on. If you're basing your opinion on something that's a lie, yeah, that's a problem. We know some people who like to do that, just saying. But anyways, that's what's going on with all of that. So if you guys want to follow that situation, I will leave a few videos down below so you can start following it because we need a distraction, okay? I'm trying to find things on YouTube to watch that have nothing to do with my drama or anyone else's drama that I know because it's a lot. It's been heavy. It's been weighing on me very hard watching my friends and people that I care about get hurt, you know? So it's nice to follow some juicy drama that has nothing to do with me, okay? And that's why I'm making this video today. So we can have a little gossip session, talk about stuff going on. It has nothing to do with me. Anyways, let's move on to Jessica Kent before this video becomes 2 hours long. Okay, Jessica Kent. Oh boy, Miss Jessica Kent. If you've been following that whole show, I'm sure you guys are just as shocked and confused as I am that we found out that Miss Jessica Kent married Jason. There's a marriage certificate and everything. It's true. It's true. I mean, some people are like, they got the receipts, okay? They saw that the person holding up the marriage certificate had a nail with like a little Louis Vuitton pattern on it. And someone went back into Jessica's videos and saw one of the TikToks where she had that thing on her nail. So it proves it's her nail. It's like they got all the evidence. We got forensics. They're on it. Okay. Forensics are matching and getting evidence and giving us all the tea. Okay. So Jessica has a new man. So if you guys have been following Jessica, you know that she was with Jason, even though she lied and said she wasn't. Now we know she was. She was with Jason, and then he got arrested and went to prison because he had outstanding warrants and stuff that he was dealing with, okay? Now, she now has this new man who literally has an Easter candy tattooed on his face. Just saying, I'm not judging tattoos. I'm not judging tattoos, but a peep, like, and then the hair, like, the guy's got way too much going on. He's got the face tattoos, he's got the hair, he's got the big hole gauges things in his ears, he's got, like, a grill sometimes, I think. Is it always in? Is it one of those removable ones? I don't know. But he's got, like, all the stuff. Anything that you could put on yourself, he's got it on him, okay? So Jessica has this new man. Jason's in prison, okay? Jason is in love with Jessica. He rides hard for her. He defends her. He goes after people for her. He loves Jessica Kent. He loves her, okay? And he's been very loyal to her through this whole situation online. Now, has he been loyal from the start? Honestly, no, because he was friends with Reese for like a year, and they booted Jessica out of the little group, okay? And he's the one who gave Reese the prison emails between him and Jessica. Jason is the one who leaked those, okay? Well, I wouldn't say he leaked them online. I'm pretty sure somebody else leaked them on Reddit, but Jason's the one who gave them to Reese. And then that proved that Jessica was being unfaithful to Reese for like years, okay? Jessica is something else, okay? So, anyways, they're supposed to be together, even though she's like telling people they're not. We all know that they were together, and she was just using him. Jessica uses and abuses people, and then when she's done with them, she tosses them aside. And God forbid you get mad at her for hurting you, and then she will try to destroy you. That's what she does, okay? So, she's using Jason to get what she wants, what she needs. Well, apparently in June, okay, of this year, she married the guy. She's telling her audience that they're not together, they're just friends, blah, 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 lies. Jessica Kent just lies about everything, okay? So she's telling everybody they're not together when she's secretly marrying him. Now, I don't know why she married him. Why? I can't figure it out, but I know that she did it for a reason. Jessica Kent doesn't do anything without a reason. Nothing. She is getting something out of it, okay? Now, there's rumors that she's trying to sell his house. I can't confirm that. I don't know if it's true or not, but those are the rumors. I don't know. I'm pretty sure now they're saying they're like trying to move to Utah. It's like, what are they going to become, some like Mormon family? Imagine the boyfriend, his name is like Burner 420. Is that what it is? Yeah. I mean, his name is about smoking pot. Like, that's just cringe. It's cringe. Like, what is this, 2005? No, dude. He's just a whole pile of cringe. I'm sorry. He's not hot. He's not like, I don't see like, oh, what a badass. Like, I don't know. He just looks like a goofy motherfucker that's trying to be bad. That's what he seems to me. Just my opinion. No hate. Just my opinion. They're together. They're apparently trying to like be a little family. I mean, she moved him right in. He's in her life fully now, like with her kids and everything. They supposedly fell in love, even though she just like left Jason in prison. Okay. She's like, you're in prison. I'm going to leave you there and I'm going to get myself a new man. Even though she's saying that she hasn't been in a relationship for 9 months since Reese, when clearly that's a lie because she married Jason. I swear to God, Jessica Kent needs her own fucking soap opera or reality show because she is a hot fucking mess. She is a hot mess and her drama never ends. But that is amazing for drama channels like us, so we can talk about it. We can gossip about it. We can roast a little bit. You know what I mean? Okay. So, Jessica's with this guy who just is just a whole pile of cringe, okay? And she now is threatening Jason because Jason now is having email correspondence with somebody. I think Mindy. I'm not sure. Jason's now emailing with people, okay? I saw a video from a guy who's emailing back and forth with Jason, and Jason is telling this guy how he feels, and he did a video about it, so I will also leave that down below. I will try to remember to leave all the videos down below that I say. I know I don't always do it. Don't kill me. I try to remember. But then I get busy and distracted, and it doesn't happen. Anyways, I know I've been talking a lot, but I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to chat about. So Jason is exposing Jessica. He's done with her. He's pissed that she's with this guy. And Jessica now is making like veiled threats on her TikTok which I thought was interesting. And this is what Jessica does. She hurts you. She uses you. She does bad things to you. And then when you're upset with her and when you want accountability, when you want to tell her how you feel, she turns around and tries to ruin your life. And we've seen that multiple times with Jessica. So Jessica is now making these TikToks like, if you have a prisoner who's harassing you and doing all this and trying to like bother you, blah, 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 you can report him. Okay, so now she's kind of vague. Obviously, it's about Jason, but she didn't say his name. But we know she's referring to Jason. So now, the guy that she married, her husband, she is threatening to report him to the prison to get him in trouble and get him lose privileges, go in the fucking hole, whatever you call it. Who knows what would happen? She's literally trying to ruin Jason from prison because he's not happy that she is with this loser guy that she's claiming is this hot badass, like they're just gonna ride into the sunset. I don't trust this burner guy. I think he's using Jessica. I think he wants to be famous with Jessica. I think he wants clout and ass, pretty much. That's what I think a lot of these guys, besides Jason, I don't think he sees her that way. But I think a lot of these guys see Jessica as clout and ass. But Jessica is very manipulative and she thinks that she has control over these men. Like, that gives her satisfaction to think that she has control over Jason, that he follows her around like a puppy dog. She loves that. That's what she needs. And now she has this new guy, and they're apparently going to be a happy family in Utah. Are they going to be Mormon? Imagine Jessica Kent and this burner guy with the peep fat tattoo on his face and green hair, okay? He kind of reminds me of the Joker from, what do you call it? The movie with Joker and Harley Quinn. When Jared Leto was playing Joker, that's what this guy reminds me of. He reminds me of the Joker. They're apparently going to ride off into the sunset to Utah. They're going to, imagine if they become Mormons. Imagine Jessica and her boyfriend that looks like the Joker, okay, going into church, the Mormon church. And they're like, we're here to serve. We're here to join the Mormon cult. I could totally see that happening, but they would take one look at them and be like, are you guys in the right place? Are you at the right place? Anyways, I think it's weird of all places that they want to move to Utah. 90% of Utah is Mormon. So that's why I'm like, is that where you're going? What are you going to a fresh start of all places? You're going to Utah? Okay. So now she wants to move there. And Jason is in the dust. But I think it would be interesting to see what Jessica does, because according to Jason, Jessica's been telling him, oh, this guy can't replace you. He's just a placeholder. He can't live up to you. He's not as good as you. I'm like, we got to see that. We have to, do you have receipts of that? Because I would love to see what Burner 420, okay, thinks about Jessica talking shit about him. And I believe it. I believe that Jessica is still trying to keep Jason in her back pocket if she needs him, and kind of keep him on the back burner while she lives her fantasy new life with this guy, acting like, she's playing house with him pretty much. It's all very interesting. I definitely will keep following it. This video is getting long, so I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be trying to get more content out for you. I missed you guys so much. I miss uploading. I miss just talking and gossiping about drama. My favorite thing to do on YouTube is talk about drama. I'm a drama channel. Hello. Anyways, I'm glad to be back. I'm going to try my hardest to get more content out for you guys. And I will see you in my next video. Wait for the DCP. It's coming. I promise. Don't get too impatient. It is coming. Okay. Bye, guys.